I don't know what my hair is doing, but it's something anyway. Hey y'all, it's Cathy and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to I need to make some picante sauce. We'll be making that in the kitchen today. But before we get to that, I had a little bit of mishmash, is that how you say it, haul that I wanted to share with y'all and show y'all what we have recently picked up. So the first thing, is this not adorable? I found this gift bag at Dollar Tree. Is it not just so stinking adorable? But at Walmart, we found Brandon's niece a Harry Potter backpack for her birthday. It's really nice. It's so nice that I think I'm going to go back and get me one. But it has this part right here is like a magnetic part that opens up into a pocket right here. And then there's also a zipper pocket on the other side of that pocket. And then you open it up to the inside, which I'm not going to take everything out, but you open it up to the inside and you've got some pockets just on the inside of the flap there. Really nice little backpack. I think she's going to love it. The back is a really pretty pink color. It's just so nice. Look at that. This is really pretty. It's got a little, I don't know if you can see it, the little tag or the little zipper part here is like the little letter that they get. It's so pretty. And then we also picked her up some of these cute little hair clips. I thought those were just so stinking cute. I think she's going to love, love, love it. And then it's also his nephew's birthday. His nephew had been wanting one of Brandon's watches. But you know, they're a little expensive. And his nephew is younger. So he went online and found him it's a G-Shock, is the name brand of it, watch. And let's see, what does it look like? I haven't seen it. There it is. Do we have a light so you can kind of get a gist of it? It's a silicone band. You can see it. I think it's a great starter watch for a young person. It does have a timer on it and an alarm on it, so he can set the alarm and get up and get ready for school. It also has the date on it, and it is waterproof up to 200 meters, I think. I'll double check on that. I'm not sure, but it can go pretty deep in the water. So I thought that was a really good thing for a young, and then he can start his little watch journey. If he does like these watches, I don't know. I don't know if y'all have seen the videos where I showed the watch boxes. I've gotten Brandon and Rocky, my two sons, some really nice watch boxes. So if he does like the watch and he keeps up really good with it, I'm going to see about finding him a watch box for Christmas. And I'll insert a picture here of the one or both watch boxes that I have picked up for Brandon and Rocky. They're so nice. And I did pick up both of those. Oh, they both have two each, and I've picked them up from Temu. I did get both of them from Temu. I'll need to get a gift bag for his present. Then the next couple items, I am notorious for dropping things. I drop things so much. that I have broken a lot of our dishes. And I know when I was younger, my grandmother always had Corelle dishes, and they're supposed to be unbreakable. Now, they were when I was younger. Of course, we had linoleum floor. The floors here are concrete, so I can't guarantee anything. But these dishes that we got are so nice that I'm going to have to be extra careful and not pick them up or carry them far, or at least keep them over the carpeted area of my kitchen. But we did pick up some new dishes, and if you don't notice, in my apartment we do like a lot of nature things and owls. I have a lot of owls spread out throughout my apartment. I love owls. I've loved them for years. My kids have gotten me a lot of them. But these dishes, one thing I did notice with the Corelle dishes is they didn't come with coffee pots. Unless you got just the winter white, I think is what they call it. They came with the coffee cups, I think. I did recently have a doctor's appointment. You know, I had an MRI on my leg that's given me so much problems. And it showed that, of course, I had arthritis in my leg. We already knew that. And I have a torn meniscus. How I did that, I don't know. But I have fallen here in the apartment several times. I've fallen outside in the parking lot. So there's no telling how I did it. They're also going to go ahead and do like a sonogram just to check the circulation, because I was having a little bit of, my pedal pulses were slow to react. Pedal pulses, when you press down on your fingernail beds or your toenail beds, they turn white, and that color should come back almost instantaneously. It was taking the color in my toenail beds just a tad bit longer to come back. So they're going to go ahead and check the circulation and make sure that everything is okay there. As far as the torn meniscus, we are going to order me a knee walker so that way I can stay off of it and hopefully give it some time to heal without surgery, because I would rather not have surgery if at all possible. But we're going to do that, and hopefully sorry. I don't mean to get teary-eyed. Hopefully it heals on its own and I can stop being in pain. They're so pretty. Look. Is that not gorgeous? It's so pretty. They had many designs to choose from, but I did have a cheaper option picked out. We did get these on Amazon. And then Brandon asked me, well, which one is your favorite? And I said, well, this one is my favorite. It is my favorite. So this is the ones that we decided to go ahead and get. Is it not gorgeous? You get 6 of the smaller plates. This is the smaller plate. And then these are the bowls. They just have the black trim around them. It's a good size for a cereal bowl or an ice cream bowl. 6 of those. I want to save the box so that way when we move, I could repack the dishes in the box. Maybe. Things don't never seem to go back in the box the way they should. So what is that? 18 pieces. So you get 6 of the larger size plates. Here's the smaller size plate. Here's the larger size plate. So you kind of get a little reference of the differences the difference between the two. It's not much of that big of a difference, but I guess if you eat salads like we do, that would be a good plate for a salad. They're just gorgeous. So beautiful. I love them. Then we also got some glasses to go along with the plates, because I'm notorious for dropping a glass too. But they're really pretty, and they are a vintage style glass. Where's my cutter? What is this? Oh, it's a sponge to get to the bottom of your glass. That is perfect. Because I know when I was little, we had a standard vehicle. My mom did. And she was doing the dishes one day, and she had put her hand in the glass, and the glass broke, and it cut her hand, and she was going to need stitches. And it just happened to be in the shifting gears hand. So we got in the car, she drove while I changed gears for her. I think it was me. It might have been my brother. It was a long time ago. But she did end up getting stitches in that hand. So this is fantastic. Fantastic. I love it. Oh, and they came with straws. Let's see. What is this? I didn't expect all of this. They're glass. It came with 3 straight glass straws, 3 crooked straws. I just thought it was the glasses. Oh my goodness. And then it came with which I have lots of these, a thing to clean your straws with. I want to save this box too for the same reason. They're packed really good. See, all foam, not styrofoam, so it's not getting everywhere, thank goodness. This is from the brand, yeah, that's the brand. I can't say that, I'm not even gonna try to. There's 6 of these glasses, kind of a dark gray color, but see the pattern on them? Isn't that beautiful? There's a reference for how tall they are. I did think they were bigger glasses, so we may go back and get some taller ones if they have taller ones. What size are these? 13 ounces. So it still holds quite a bit. I love them. I think they look really good. Everything that I'm sharing with you today, I will have linked down in the description, and I will pin it in the comments. I think they look really good with the dishes. So let's go ahead. I'm going to put these in the dishwasher and give them a good washing, and I'll play the music for you and speed up the process. Okay, let's make some picante sauce. Now, I keep my picante sauce pretty simple. I use a little bit of onion. This is a pretty good size onion, so I'm probably going to use maybe 3/4 of it. Just kind of rough chop it because we're going to blend it all together anyway. You can roast this if you like. I do have some other things planned, so I do want to save some of my onion. Otherwise, I would put just a little bit more. I already have some jalapenos that I had in the freezer, so I'm going to take enough of those out to equal probably a half a jalapeno. Maybe that much, because you know how I feel about this. I'm spicy, but not that spicy. And then this, look at the size of this lemon they sent. Oh, it is massive. I'm going to take a half a lemon, and that's all we'll need for that. I wonder if I should plant this lemon seed to try to grow a lemon tree again. And then we're going to use 1 can of stewed tomatoes, whatever brand you like. This is just the brand I happen to have, but I do like this brand a whole lot. Okay, this can opener is a restaurant style can opener. It was my daddy's. He was a chef, and it is the best can opener I've ever owned. And I'm 50-something years old. I've owned some can openers, but this one works every time. But we're going to take that can of tomato sauce or stewed tomatoes and put it in our blender. Our onion that we chopped up. Our jalapeno. And then we're going to squeeze that half a lemon inside. Now, I'm not going to squeeze all of it because, like I said, this is a very big lemon. In psychology, I had this teacher, and he always called it the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. I always remember that. Now, this is a very simple, basic recipe for picante sauce. I'm going to put some pepper, however much you want. Season it with some salt. And then I'm also going to season it with some garlic powder. If you have fresh, put fresh in it, or garlic. And even though I just put onion in there, I'm still going to season it with a little bit of onion powder. Just because I like onion powder. And it may need a little more salt. Just taste it until you get it to your liking. And then we're just going to blend it all together. And then, like I said, always taste it and test it to see if it needs any more seasoning. Whew. To me, that's spicy. To my kids, it wouldn't be spicy. But this is the exact same picante sauce that I use to make my Mexican rice with. We'll make that next. Stay tuned for how I make Mexican rice next week. I had already filmed an outro the other day when I ended that video. This is a completely different day. Looking back on that video when I was editing, I looked terrible. My lips were pale. My hair was a total disaster. I'll insert a little picture here. And I thought, oh man, I can't let my outro go like that. I've got to hop back on here and say what I wanted to say. Evidently, that was a rough day for me, but it's okay. It's gonna get better. Sorry, I got a little teary-eyed in that video. I have just been battling with this leg pain for so long, and I want to see a light at the end of the tunnel. But I do want to say Welcome to all my new subscribers, and welcome back to all my old subscribers. If you are new here, I would love for you to go ahead and stick around and hit the subscription button and come hang out with me. And if you did like this video, I'd love it if you did give me a thumbs up. I do like to do fashion hauls and product reviews. I love to do fashion hauls. Let's just say that right there. And you can also follow along on my health journey, just learning to live a healthier lifestyle. There you go, baby. Say hi, Stormy. Hi, Stormy. So at the end of every video, I want to start a new thing of asking a question to my viewers, and I'll answer the question too, so that way you can get to know me a little bit better and I can get to know y'all a little bit better. So if you remember the cards that I hauled from Temu, Family Time, I'm going to go off of these cards to ask the questions. So the first question that I have here is, what is your favorite season of the year and why? This is a hard one for me because I do love the summer and I love going to the pool. It just helps my bones and joints just feel so much better. So I really love going to the pool. But I am a Halloween baby. Yes, I was born on Halloween, so the fall is my favorite time of year. I love the smells, I love the colors, I love the pumpkins. I love everything about the fall. I love all the baking that's going on, the banana bread, the pumpkin pie, the cookies, the cakes, you name it, I love it. The cobblers, I love everything about the fall. And if you didn't already know, I love to bake. I love to cook. Don't get me wrong. I love to cook anything, but baking is my most favorite thing to do. I love to bake anything, especially trying new recipes, and I love to try to make older recipes more healthier. That's been a challenge for me, but I love to do that. So with that being said, I'm going to end the video right there, and I hope everyone is having a wonderful week, and I will see you in the next one. Mwah.